Welcome to Spiritual Boss Cooking. I'm Sim Q, your resident spiritual boss. We're here at Queen's Manor, my home. And family, are you ready? Are you ready for a culinary odyssey of the mind? Nurtured in wonderful Southern cooking, beautiful, beautiful music, great food, and the mechanisms to create and to develop your inner spiritual boss. Love is going to guide us our way, family. Welcome to Spiritual Boss Cooking. Come on in. We're here in Port Arthur, Texas, on beautiful Pleasure Island, here in our backyard. And man, it's a wonderful experience. Today's brunch all comes strictly from these waters. Fresh catfish, fresh garfish, fresh blue crab. It's a wonderful experience to be able to commune with God's creation here on the water. 70% of our bodies are made of water, and it's a certain energy that flows between human beings and water. And that energy actually gives us a greater scope of life, helps us to see where we're going, also helps us to more grab a hold of the light and love that God has given us. And in the midst of it, we learn even the more that communion and being a spiritual boss is communing with everything around you. Love you the more. Spiritual Boss Cooking. It has become a normal facet of life. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday hits. And y'all know what time it is. It is brunch time, the brunch of choice. This Sunday, our menu, a wonderful southern fried whole catfish with garfish. We have barbecue crabs. We have 4 cheese grits, scrambled eggs, a Queen's walnut and banana rum pancake with a strawberry salad on the side. Are you ready for Sunday brunch? Come on in.
Spiritual Boss Cooking would like to take the time out to thank today's sponsors for making this episode a reality. M-Boy Creations, Queen Fawns, Spiritual Boss Clothing, Nacho Queen LLC. Now enjoy the Spiritual Boss Cooking experience.
Family, I don't know about you, but some of the greatest food I've ever eaten is blue crab. Caught here in the Gulf of Mexico, Port Arthur. Man, they are everywhere. But this is a simple dish that you yourself can partake in some wonderful Southern cuisine. We've already cleaned the crabs. We have about 25 of them here, clean, all different sizes. And man, one thing we're going to do right now is we're going to take some olive oil. Once you've cleaned them well, we're going to take our olive oil and we're going to drizzle. You want to coat most of the crab, because when it hits the grill, that olive oil is it's going to burst with flavor. So we got a little olive oil. We're going to do a little Cajun seasoning because our Cajun roots from Port Arthur, Texas. Most of the people from Port Arthur are from Louisiana. So the point is, Cajun seasoning is a staple in what we do. After putting a little bit of that on there, I like to drizzle a little bit of garlic powder, just for a little extra flavor, and a little bit of onion powder. Now know that once these hit the grill, it won't be more than about 10 to 15 minutes to get everything going. And you want to make sure that seasoning is coated on all of the different parts of the crab, especially the meaty part of the crab. You're going to have that seasoning on there. And this is not the only thing that's going to go on the crab. What we're going to do after those blue crabs turn into that wonderful light pink reddish color, we're going to come back with some Queen's ginger orange barbecue sauce, and we're going to drench them with it. We're not going to give you that recipe as of yet, because the point is you might need to buy that in stores coming soon, but know that this is going to be some of the best crab that you've ever eaten. Blue crab, Port Arthur, Texas. Let's go on the grill. As you can see, our coals are light gray, so that means they've got to the place where the heat is where we want it to be. We've temped it, and what we're doing now is we're just putting on the crabs. We're putting them shell side down, man, and actually you can hear the sizzle as they hit the grill. And these crabs are going to be so tasty. The smoke from that oak and that apple wood in there, man, is just going to be magical. So we're just going to place those crabs on there, and in about 7-8 minutes I'm going to come back and I'm going to turn the crab over, and then we'll come back and put the barbecue sauce all over it, and man, it's going to be awesome. Queen's ginger orange rum barbecue sauce crabs, freshly grilled.
Early one Sunday morning, Jehovah was at my table. He said, "Tim, there's no time to eat." He said to me.
When I think about Queen Southern Fried Catfish, it just makes me want to sing. Man, it's like a joyous occasion when you can get some fresh catfish from your backyard and actually make the miracle happen. We like to use a wet ingredients and a dry ingredients. Our wet ingredients consists of 1 egg, just a splash of milk, not too much, a little bit of that Cajun seasoning, just for taste, a little bit of sea salt. And while I got this sea salt open, we're going to sprinkle a little bit on this 2 cups of flour we have ready here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit. There is no other hot sauce to me. It's Louisiana Hot Sauce. Man, it makes everything better. You shake it up a little bit just to add a little kick to it. Put you about 4 or 5 drops in there. Then you're going to add a little bit of that onion powder and a little bit of your garlic powder. And while all of this is going on, I've already started my water boiling with a little bit of milk, a little bit of chopped garlic, as well as some sea salt. And that's going to begin our grits while we're getting our fish and everything fried. What you want to do next is you want to mix your wet ingredients together as best as possible. Sometimes you tilt it a little better for you. And we don't want to drown it. We just want to make sure it's coated well. And family, that looks good. Looks like that is ready. Okay, now we're going to add about a half a cup of cornstarch to that mixture. And we did already add a little sea salt. So what I like to do is I like to mix that dry ingredients together as well to make sure that the flour mixes well with the cornstarch. And what it is, it's going to create this really crispy crust. And man, when I say it's going to be awesome, especially on that garfish. Garfish is like the cousin of an alligator. And when I say the scales are so hard to get into, but when you get inside, it's like a hidden treat. And we filleted that, and man, it's just going to be awesome. So let's get to going. We got that working. So what we're going to do first is we've lightly seasoned our catfish. You see we have a couple of catfish whole. We have a larger one, and we have two smallers. And we also have the garfish that we've cut into small pieces to better consume, okay? So why not go with the big one first? I'm a big guy, you know. So let's go with the big one first. So we're going to roll that really nicely. Make sure it jumps into the crevices of all of that beautiful fish. And that beautiful fish is going to be awesome. So we're going to move it this way and make sure you press it down really well. And then that's when you got to get a little creative. We're going to make sure that flour coats, that flour and cornstarch mix coats the entire fish. Man, isn't that wonderful? Look how pretty that looks. So while it's looking so pretty, we're going to put it, my grease is at about 400 degrees right now, and I'm cooking with canola oil. But isn't that just beautiful? So while that's going, we're going to move a little quicker, and we're going to get those other two pieces of catfish in, and then shortly after, we're going to get that garfish in, and y'all, we are on our way to a wonderful meal. Are you enjoying yourself? Well, the spiritual boss in you is going to eat well and also live well.
Sunday morning, Jehovah was at my table. He said, Tim, there's no time to eat. He said to me, Tim, hurry to Sunday school, filled with the glory.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Ron Carter Cadillac, Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, delivers test drives to your home or office, like the new 2020 XT4 Premium Luxury, only $359 a month, the new 2020 XT5 Premium Luxury, $399 a month, or the first ever 2020 XT6 Premium Luxury, just $499 a month, all for 39 months lease with just $1 down, or purchase and choose 0% APR for 60 months plus $1,500 bonus cash. Visit RonCarterCadillac.com.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, Attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call Attorney Willie Powles.
Ron Carter Cadillac, Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, delivers test drives to your home or office. Now purchase the new 2020 Escalade and enjoy $9,500 in total purchase allowance, plus 2.99% APR for 72 months with no payments until 2021. Or drive the 2020 Escalade for only $799 a month for 39-month lease with only $1 down. Ron Carter Cadillac. Visit RonCarterCadillac.com.
Spiritual Boss Cooking would like to take the time out to thank today's sponsors for making this episode a reality. M-Boy Creations, Queen Farms, Spiritual Boss Clothing, Nacho Queen LLC. Now enjoy the Spiritual Boss cooking experience.
Family, our Queen's Orange Ginger Rum Barbecue blue crabs are ready. If you look at them, man, they're beautiful. We're going to go on in and get ready to enjoy ourselves.
Early one Sunday morning, Jehovah was at my table. He said, Tim, there's no time to eat. He said to me, Tim, hurry to Sunday school, filled with the glory of...
Welcome back to Spiritual Boss Cooking. Family, we're going to give a little recap on everything we've been doing. As I said, our grits were on earlier, boiling with some milk, 2 cups of water, some Cajun seasoning, some salt, some garlic, fresh garlic, as well as some garlic powder, and we let that come to a boil. And now our grits are really creamy and nice. I like to whisk my grits. Then I transition to a spoon when it's the good time. And what I mean by good time is, family, I am a cheese lover. So in the midst of this, I have 4 different cheeses. I have a little bit of Gouda. I have white cheddar. I have yellow cheddar sharp. And I have a little bit of Monterey Jack. And this is actually going to be happy in your mouth. So we're just going to put all of those different cheeses in. And then we're going to let the creaminess of the grits take over. Also, I put a half a stick of butter as well. We like to use salted butter over here. Now, if you're watching your cholesterol, I need you to use just a pinch of olive oil. That'll help you as well. Okay? So we got those southern grits right there. They're looking so good. And that's just actually going to be, man, like the pillow that the catfish lays on. It's going to be awesome. So that's about ready and done. We've already concluded our southern fried catfish and garfish. Also, we've done our barbecue crabs. Now I'm gonna let you in on one of my little secrets. One of my secrets is when I'm cooking a huge brunch for my family, time is always of the essence because Dad wants to eat, Mom wants to eat, my brothers and my nieces, all of them want to eat. And so what I do is I came up with a couple of quick ways to make wonderful dishes. And one of these dishes I'm going to share with you today. It is the Queen's Walnut Banana Rum Pancakes. First of all, you want to take your normal instant pancake mix, whatever you use in your home. You want to go follow those instructions. For me, I like to use the one where you add milk and you add eggs. After you've done that, here's how the secret begins. Add 1 pack of instant brown sugar and cinnamon oatmeal to your mix. Then when you mix it together really well, and you add 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil. It actually gives the pancake a whole lot more fluffiness, and it's awesome. Then you move on a little further. You go ahead, and I got some organic bananas. I like to those bananas to be almost ripe because they're sweet as that in that way. So we move forward and we slice up just a couple of those bananas in there for that banana flavor. Don't be afraid to mush them together into the mix. It's awesome either way. Now we got the good stuff. This is one of my favorites. It's a banana rum. We're going to move just a little bit of dab of banana rum. Okay, a little bit more. It is a celebration. How about that? So we move and we mix those together. Make sure it's mixed all the way through and creamy. See that nice consistency there? You don't want it to be too thick. And while you're mixing that, make sure that you have your fire on, heating up your pan. And I'm using a non-stick pan. You guys feel free to use the old black skillet if you like that, or whatever you do to make your pancakes with. Just know that it's actually going to be awesome. So when we're making these pancakes, make sure everything is mixed properly. And it's okay if you got a couple of lumps in there from those pieces of banana. And along with the banana rum, it actually is going to give it an awesome taste. And also I like to add a pinch of salt as well, okay? So while we're mixing that together, we already have our walnuts already chopped up and ready. We're just waiting for that pan to reach a good heat. But in the midst of that, we talked about a wonderful little salad as well as some scrambled eggs. My scrambled eggs, I like to add. I have 6 eggs in here with a little bit of whole milk. We add a little bit of that Cajun seasoning to it. And just a pinch of that hot sauce. Okay, you know you gotta have that flavor. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix that together. Mix that together really, really well. Because what's grits without scrambled eggs? I think we're about ready here. We're actually going to add a little bit of vegetable oil to the mix. If you want, hand me that vegetable oil over there. You're welcome to use the non-stick spray if you like that, but I like to use a little vegetable oil or a little canola because it actually gives your pancake that little crispy shell on the outside that's just so wonderful when you add that old cane steamed syrup to it. Man, it makes you want to do a happy dance, make you want to burst out and sing it. So now that the oil is moved around perfectly, we're gonna pour us a couple of pancakes. One Mississippi. Two Mississippi. And while you pull that in, you're going to go ahead and you're going to sprinkle your walnuts all on top of the pancakes. Make sure, my family loves nuts, so we add as many nuts as we can fit on there. So make sure you have a good amount of nuts on your pancakes. Because what is rum banana pancakes without the walnuts, So that looks good right there. And if you look at it, you see that, man, it's coming together really well. And when those bubbles start to form, of course, it's time to flip that pancake. And we don't want to burn it, but we do want it to be nice and golden brown. Okay. So you see that right there? Oh, watch it. Bam. I got skills. Oh, watch it again. And when it comes out around there, all you do is just go ahead and tighten it up that way. And you got two pretty looking pancakes. We got our pancakes working. We got our grits working. Now all we have to do is come together with our eggs and our strawberry and banana salad, and we'll be ready for the brunch of choice. Get ready, family. Enjoy. We'll be back. Spiritual Boss Cooking.
Jehovah was at my table. He said, Tim, there's no time to eat. He said to me, Tim, hurry to Sunday school, filled with the glorious prophecy, inspiring every part of me. He said, open your heart and see what I have in store, what I have promised to me. So open your heart and see. So open your heart and see the power you have. You should fear no man, for I live.
Ron Carter Cadillac, Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, delivers test drives to your home or office, like the new 2020 XT4 Premium Luxury, only $359 a month, the new 2020 XT5 Premium Luxury, $399 a month, or the first ever 2020 XT6 Premium Luxury, just $499 a month, all for 39 months lease with just $1 down, or purchase and choose 0% APR for 60 months plus $1,500 bonus cash. Visit RonCarterCadillac.com.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Ron Carter Cadillac, Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, delivers test drives to your home or office. Now purchase the new 2020 Escalade and enjoy $9,500 in total purchase allowance, plus 2.99% APR for 72 months with no payments until 2021. Or drive the 2020 Escalade for only $799 a month for 39-month lease with only $1 down. Ron Carter Cadillac. Visit RonCarterCadillac.com.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, Attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call Attorney Willie Powles.
Spiritual Boss Cooking would like to take the time out to thank today's sponsors for making this episode a reality. Mboy Creations, Queen Farms, Spiritual Boss Clothing, Nacho Queen LLC. Now enjoy the Spiritual Boss Cooking experience.
Welcome back to Spiritual Boss Cooking, and we are doing the brunch of choice on this Good Sunday. We have a couple of things left on our brunch, and during the commercial, I blessed us with the fruit salad, chopped up some fresh organic bananas with some strawberries, squeezed a little bit of lime and orange juice and a pinch of sugar in there. And that's actually going to be really refreshing to kind of coincide with all of the wonderful cuisine we have going. And on the back burner over here, I have a pan that I am putting some olive oil in. Put a nice little amount of olive oil. And what I'm going to do lastly is my eggs. I like to do the eggs last so that they will be really hot and just fresh. I don't like eggs that have set up for a minute. But this brunch is just really taking off to another whole plateau. We've brought the ocean inside. We brought the love inside. I don't know if you feel the love, but man, this is a loving experience. Without love, I wouldn't even be able to cook. And know that this journey is it's ever changing and it's constantly new and exciting, and the point is we're gonna learn together, we're gonna cook together, we're gonna grow together, and I think that we are all going to evolve into the wonderful spiritual bosses that we are really called to be. So, of course, I have my egg mixture here with egg and milk and a little Cajun seasoning, a little salt and a little jalapeno juice with just a little bit of Louisiana Hot Sauce. Okay, and we're mixing all of those together. And these eggs are going to be awesome. And that actually, after we finish these eggs up, that will really conclude all of our cooking for today. And because I consider you to be family, we're going to invite you to our table. And our table is a table filled with love. It's filled with just the light of God. And me and my family officially have adopted you today as our family. So, get ready, go wash your hands, and you don't have to put on your fine victuals, your fine clothing like they say. Just put on something to relax yourself, and we'll be back in just a second to partake of the wonderful spread that God has provided for us, and that actually you, as a spiritual boss, will partake with. Blessings.
Early one Sunday morning, Jehovah was there.
It is my honor to introduce you to my father, the original OG spiritual boss, Reverend Dr. Paul Queen. Man, he has set the stage for three beautiful black young men to be the men that they are today. And everything I am today is because my father planted a seed of greatness and just really taught me how to be the boss that I am. Reverend Dr. Queen, I have one question for you. How was it to raise three black talented boys, Paul Queen Jr., Zachary Robin Queen, and Simeon Levi Queen?
Well, it goes back to my raising. I came up in a home where my father was in a situation in his life that he didn't have a whole lot, and really couldn't read or write, but he took care of family. He was in a position in his life that his family came first in everything. So he kind of set the stage for me, We had challenging times, and when I was raising you boys, it was the same thing. We had challenging times, but I always tried to put you all first and tried to be in a position where I could set the example for you. I know that for a black man in this world, it's hard and it's challenging, so we have to go the extra mile. We can't be just the norm. You have to kind of get up a little bit higher, so I had to set the standards a little bit higher. I went, and God blessed me to have a good job and buy a home and have a good car, and everywhere we went, mostly we took our boys with us, because we wanted to set the stage for that. I was black inspector at Texaco Refinery, and well-liked among most of the people that were there. So basically, it was almost the same thing. As long as I stayed to the main ingredients, putting my family first, everything was okay.
So the foundational principles of this Father's Day is fathers, be present for your children.
That's it, yes. Yeah. Put them first in everything. Put God first and them second.
Over the break, oh man, I had a chance to dive into some more love. What I did was I finished up that strawberry salad. I chopped up some organic bananas with some strawberries, squeezed some lime and some fresh squeezed orange juice in there with a sprinkle of sugar. We mix it together, and it actually will add a refreshing addition to our brunch. Also, those eggs I was prepping, I went ahead and scrambled those up very softly with a little bit of olive oil, and they are ready as well. You look at our spread, it's great. And it brings me to a point in the place where I think about, the many different careers and businesses that I currently have and that I actually participated in the past. I was in corporate America, running a couple of nonprofits, also pastoring at the second largest Methodist church in the U.S. And I was primarily doing homeless ministry. But what I found was that every weekend I would come home and I would cook my butt off for my family. And it just gave me joy. I would come home from work and I would cook. And it gave me so much happiness, and it felt like I was breathing. And I've learned that, in seasons of life, there are things that transpire that help us to breathe. But in the midst of that, God told me, he said, Sim, you're being selfish. And I'm like, how am I being selfish? I'm feeding the homeless. I'm building these buildings for the homeless to sleep in, and I'm giving all of my time in service into the church, and I was elected official for 8 years, just serving my community. And in the midst of that, God showed me that I only cooked for people that I loved, or that I really adored and were in my inner circle. And he said, that gift I gave you is a gift that you should share with the world. So I created mechanisms to be able to share that gift with the world. And today, I accept each and every person who's watching as family. I want you to have a seat at my table. And I want to serve you the love that God has poured into me through the preparation of food. And not only just food, but good food. Good Southern food that's nurturing to the soul. And actually, it brings about, for me, freedom. It just makes me want to sing, freedom, 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 freedom. Family, there is freedom in when a person opens their heart and they pour it all on the table, and then you get to partake in the light and the love that they share. So in this series of Spiritual Boss Cooking, you will receive so much love, so much light, but also you're going to receive some of the best Southern cuisine that you have ever tasted in your life. So go on to wash your hands and put on something comfortable. Get you a cup, because I don't know if I have enough cups in here for all of y'all, but we do have a little rum, we have a little wine, and we're going to partake together at the table of friendship and love. And we're going to actually talk about just how great fathers are, how great we are as people, and what we need to do to become greater mechanisms of our inner spiritual boss.
Early one Sunday morning, Jehovah was at my table. He said, Tim, there's no time to eat. He said to me, Tim, hurry to Sunday school, filled with the glory of searching for? Or is it just a dream? Oh Lord, help me to see your power in me. Oh, so open your heart and see. Oh, no more pain. Oh, no more hurt. Oh, God is working. So open your heart and see. So open your heart and see. So open your heart and see the power you have. You should fear no man, for I live in thee. For I live in thee.
Been here before, but I don't wanna stay this time. So I call myself pimpin' from chill mode to hustle grind. Never see what happens death before it's birth. So I died to be born again, baptized and rise to the rebirth. And this is the faith that I constantly have to rehearse to escape from this hell. Why in the hell, but I want a rebirth. Cause in order to see heaven, homie, I ain't gotta leave her. Even though I sin.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Ron Carter Cadillac, Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, delivers test drives to your home or office, like the new 2020 XT4 Premium Luxury, only $359 a month, the new 2020 XT5 Premium Luxury, $399 a month, or the first ever 2020 XT6 Premium Luxury, just $499 a month, all for 39 months lease with just $1 down, or purchase and choose 0% APR for 60 months plus $1,500 bonus cash. Visit RonCarterCadillac.com.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, Attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call Attorney Willie Powles.
Ron Carter Cadillac, Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, delivers test drives to your home or office. Now purchase the new 2020 Escalade and enjoy $9,500 in total purchase allowance, plus 2.99% APR for 72 months with no payments until 2021. Or drive the 2020 Escalade for only $799 a month for 39-month lease with only $1 down. Ron Carter Cadillac. Visit RonCarterCadillac.com.
Family and the normal dynamics of the dining experience, you find that the most exciting and the most vibrant part about the meal is that of dessert. And I won't deprive you of that today. I'm going to offer you an illuminated, wonderful perspective on dessert. It's called the spiritual dessert. And they're captured in these words. You were born to win. You wasn't born to lose. You gotta step up and face these feelings inside of you. You gotta be who you are made to be. Know that you're one of a kind and you were born unique. Oh, bring out the best in you. Press on to see it through, it's what it do. Cause I gotta fight, and I can't let these feelings take over me. I'm a counselor, I refuse to lose. Battles head on, gotta fight. Of being a spiritual boss, you learn that fight comes naturally, but it's not the giving up of the fight, or it's not in the midst of the battle experience that pushes us away from our spiritual bosshood, but we find that it's the component that draws us closer. So at times, the more we fight, or the more we have those trials of life, we find that we grow and we nurture to maturity. I'm going to give you 2 power words of today, nestled in 2 power lessons. The words are speak, love. The power to speak and the power to love. See, the power of speech is so important when you talk about just being in a space of leadership, when you talk about being in a space of wholeness, when you talk about being in a space of oneness. See, the law of attraction says that whatever you think and whatever you speak comes to you. So we start to will our environment into place. We start to speak against those things that bring us no life. And we start giving way to the essence of what brings us life and what is life-giving to our soul. So we start to speak to the atmosphere around us. We start to speak to those individuals who may bring a negative connotation to our experience, but what we do is we tap into a greater power, the power that you have to speak. And now let's talk about the power of love. You can't talk about the power of love without talking about fear. See, fear is the thing that grips us. It's the thing that hinders us from moving forward in our normal calisthenics of life. But we find that in order to grab a hold of that perfect love that casts out all fear, you have to tap into who you are as a spiritual boss. And sometimes that's facing the fears of life. It's sometimes doing the thing that's not necessarily comfortable for you. Sometimes it's that thing that really is pressing up against you, and you say, this can't be the thing that is called for me to do. This can't be the thing that is drawing me closer to my destiny. But I've come to tell you that perfect love casts out all fear. But the point is, fear is present. So once you embrace that fear and understand that conquering that fear is simply by you speaking life and power to truth, you understand that love can flow. And when that love flows, light starts to flow in your life, and it starts to move upon the dark places and the waters of your life, and it starts to tremble. And in the midst of that trembling, you find that speaking life and speaking love flow in the same actions. And sometimes it's a fight. To all of my spiritual bosses out there, the race is not given to the swift, but to the one that endures. So if you feel like giving up, I've come to tell you now that giving up is not the space where you find the ultimate success. Take a break, breathe in, breathe out. Come on, do it with me. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Breathe in the life-giving essence of love. And breathe out everything that doesn't give you life. See, sometimes we have to take inventory of our lives. And we have to define what is positive and what is negative. And then understanding what is positive and negative, then we understand that there is no such thing as positive and negative. There is only the universal energy that flows from God. And see, that universal energy that flows from God is not something that can be captured in simple terms as positive and negative. It flows and it is divinely given. So when that energy touches our sphere or our space or our nasio, our worldview, it's up to us in which direction we push that life-giving energy. See, and when we push it into the direction of what we would consider positivity, positive actions flow from it. But when we receive that energy, and we throw it in the direction of an unproductive facet of our life or person in our life, it usually renders the same. So in the midst of understanding what speaking love and the power to speak and the power to love, we understand that when we grab a hold of who we are, our life starts to elevate and our life starts to shift. See, in our episode today, we cooked some wonderful food. A great brunch. Southern fried catfish, garfish, orange, rum, barbecue ginger, crabs, all these wonderful things. But it means nothing if you can't grab a hold of the spiritual food needed to progress in your life. See, I'm not here to preach to you today. What I'm here to do is to equip you with the tools you need, not only to eat on the greatest of levels, but to live on the greatest of levels. And that happens by us really tapping into our inner self. At times some would say, my therapist would say, he said, you got to tap into that inner 8-year-old and see what the needs and what has been deprived of that inner 8-year-old. And once you tap into that inner 8-year-old, you find out that the very thing that your inner yearning needs is the very same thing that your adult self is needing. So we learn to speak, we learn to love. We learn to speak love, and in the essence of speaking love, we are catapulted to the place where life is great and we start to live our best lives. I know you want to live your best lives. I know you want to be the fullest extent of the spiritual boss that you're called to. And I've come to tell you that you can do it. Don't give up. One of my favorite poems, it says, don't give up when the pace seems slow. You might succeed with another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and faltering man. Often the struggle has given up when you might have captured the victor's cup. You learned too late when the night slept down how close you were to the golden crown. Success is for you turned inside out. The silver tint of the clouds of doubt. You never can tell how close you are. It may be near, but seems so far. So stick to the fight when hard is hit. It's when things seem worse that you mustn't quit. So if you learned anything today, you've learned that great food is nurtured in great living. I love you the more, family. I know that we will be further developing our spiritual boss in the episodes to come, and that you can win if you allow yourself to win. Love you the more. I'm Sim Q, the host for Spiritual Boss Cooking. I am here to share life, love, and great cuisine. You are watching A-Star Television.